And after that stop by rubber glue, it is a 2-yard loss that will bring up 2nd and 22 for Do It Live. Thank you for joining us on Game 3 of the Godzilla Bowl Finals between Do It Live and Master Andy Shipman Pissman. And it appears that NC Vinyl accidentally typed his play into Blue Chat. Because now the snap is back, he's looking over the middle, and he's just going to sneak it. He gets a nice block. Trying to run away from rubber glue. Nope, it was Bop who got him. Bop tackles him after about a 14-yard pickup. For anyone just joining us, it is 14-0. Master Andy Shipman Pissman. They scored an opening drive touchdown, and then Bop got an interception and returned that for a touchdown. It's now on 3rd and 8. Oh, NC Vinyl is going to use Do It Live's first timeout with 5:54 to go in the first half. For those who need to get caught up on this series, Game 1 went the way of Do It Live in a 17-7 victory where they pretty much dominated the game on the ground. Second game was a completely different story. NC Vinyl threw 3 times as many passes. They were behind the entire time. They actually had a chance to win it in a goal-to-go situation with under 2 minutes to play and just could not get into the end zone. But Going back to this, it is 3rd and 8. Here's the snap. Rubber Glue with a wide rush. Oh, a cutback thrown to Revolution. He has the first down, moving his way south. Oh, tries getting a shield from a teammate, but Sick Vicious does make the tackle. And he is finally taken down at the 23-yard line. So a nicely drawn up play, and that'll bring up first down. They are well within field goal range at this point.
You're not dealing with AT&T.
Due to some violent
Although,
parental discretion
since they're already down
advised.
14-0, they want a little more than a field goal. Here is the snap. Final. And taken down by Rubber Glue on the edge rush. It doesn't seem to matter who is in on offensive line for Do It Live. They have been struggling with Rubber Glue the entire series. It's also a bit surprising that they're not utilizing the run as much as they did. For those who missed it in the first game, Abvold had over 100 rushing yards. And now they're going to run to him. He gets out in front of his blockers a bit, but does manage to pick up most of the yardage that was lost. That is a 5-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 19 from the 22. Londorf faking like he'll go in motion, but now goes back to the south wide receiver spot. Here is the snap. Edge rush by Sick Vicious. Vinyl stands in the pocket, and he's taken down by Rubber Glue again. Master Andy sent Sick Vicious on an edge rush from the corner spots, but they couldn't readjust to it, couldn't find anyone open regardless of that, and now they are going to settle for a field goal attempt. Ball will be placed at the south hash. And NC Vinyl lines up for the kick. Abvolt will hold. Here's the snap. And Abvolt placed the ball too early, fell on it, and it's no good. Such an easy to overlook role in spaceship football. But if you place the ball too early, you will end up falling on it, and God, nothing is going right for Do It Live so far. Speaking of things not going right, if my commentary abruptly cuts off, there is a massive storm outside. Hopefully the thunder doesn't get picked up by my mic. As Maka motions to the slot, Violence drops back, and taken down by Abvolt for a sack. Bit of an unusual move by the Master Andy's offensive line, as pretty much none of them were tracking Abvolt on the edge rush. And now on 2nd and 25, Maka goes into the south wide receiver position, now goes into the backfield again as the running back, and then into the tight end spot south. Snap is back, Violence drops back, looks south, trying to hit Maka on and out, and it's incomplete. Throughout this series, Violence has been utilizing that mid-range passing game extremely well. Although every once in a while, he's just a little bit ahead of pace on his receivers. 3rd and 25. Violence is rolling north, staring downfield, going to launch it, and it's intercepted by the big guy, Vega! Tackled by Sick Vicious at the 50-yard line. Oh, Do It Live desperately needed that. And so Do It Live will take over with 2:56 left to go in the half. Only have 2 timeouts. They had to burn one earlier to avoid a delay of game. Londorf will motion north, and they run it south. Abvolt, and he gets about 7 yards on that play. He's getting decent little chunks here and there. Maka V on the tackle from the middle linebacker spot. When Abvolt can stay patient, he's like one of the best rushers in the league. It's just every once in a while he gets a little anxious, or should I say a little antsy, and gets ahead of his blockers. Second down. Vinyl looking north in the pocket, firing toward Revolution, and it's well beyond its reach, incomplete. Revolution looking for the out route right at the first down line. Sick Vicious with tight coverage on him. And that will bring up 3rd and 13 from Master Andy's 44-yard line. If they want to get another field goal attempt, they need to push forward a bit further. Master Andy's has 2 linebackers lined up south. Here's the snap, Vinyl looking over the middle. Now he's going to take off. Gets a nice block from a lineman. And, can't get his forward momentum going again. He is tackled by Makavi at the 33-yard line, about 2 long yards away from the first down. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. That wasn't thunder, by the way. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a quick thanks to Alastria for getting the Twitch HZ thing into the game broadcast clubhouse to make this possible. I was a bit late on the heads up, but he got it in there, so thanks for that. So what does Do It Live do here? 4th and 2. Bob showing inside leverage on Londorf South. Same with Sick Vicious up north. There's the snap. Vinyl looking over the middle, fires. Avolt somehow caught it in the crowd. And he is tackled by Botman at just inside the 20-yard line. That must have unfazed right on top of his ship, because there were a ton of defenders around him. Even Violence can't believe it. So now with a fresh set of downs, they have it technically at 1st and goal to go from the 19.5-yard line. Here is the snap. Vinyl looking over the middle, and Puker somehow sacks him. I thought Rubber Glue was going to get to him on the edge rush around Xanaz to the north, but Puker just hung in there, was very patient against his blocker, and managed to sneak in a shot around him. So the clock is still running. Under 1 minute to play in the half. Here is the snap. Vinyl looking over the middle. Now goes a couple ticks north. Oh, he had Londorf and it phased over him. Londorf did about a 10-yard out to the opposite side of the field, and the puck went right, the ball went right through him. I'm of 2 sports minds right now. Anyway, that will bring up 3rd and 22. Bob giving a lot of cushion to Londorf South. Sick Vicious right on the line of scrimmage against Revolution. Here is the snap. Vinyl looking north and sacked by Rubber Glue again. That engine you hear in the background is Rubber Glue's motor. It just doesn't stop. And so with 4th and 25, which is technically 4th and goal. 30 seconds left in the half, and Do It Live comes out for another field goal attempt. This is going to be a little tougher. It's from the middle of the field. And Master Andy's is stacking the rush to the south side. Now they have a couple players moving to the north. Lots of time on the play clock. There is the snap. And the kick. Oh, Vinyl doesn't get the kickoff. Sick Vicious in on the tackle of the kicker before the kick could happen. And so once again, Do It Live comes up with nothing. Now, what does Master Andy's try to do? There's only 29 seconds left, but they do have all 3 timeouts. Violence looking to the north, has Maka wide open. Maka caught it, got the first down, and tackled inbounds by Lawn Dwarf, and that'll force Master Andy's to burn a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later. Here's first down. Violence with a quick slant looking for Bop, and it phased over the top of him, incomplete. The pass was online, it's just a little too strong for Bop to handle. Regardless, with 19 seconds left, they are still just inside Do It Live territory. There's the snap. Violence rolling to the north, staying behind the line of scrimmage, fires it, looking for Sick Vicious, just out of his reach and incomplete. Sick Vicious had a little bit of daylight, but the pass was just a little off target. That'll bring up third down and 20 from the Do It Live 46-yard line. Makavi goes to the tight end slot south. Here's the snap. Violence looking south, rolling south, firing over the middle, and somehow Sick Vicious catches it on a cutback. Now moving to the north. He's at the 15. 3 seconds left. 2. Oh, he gets out of bounds. Heads up play by Sick Vicious. And now Master Andy's is going to bring out the field goal unit. The ball is at the 11-yard line. Here's the snap. Violence will kick it, and it is no good. He pushed it too far to the right. So, in a half of football that Do It Live would much sooner forget, Master Andy's has a 14-0 lead, and frankly, it could have been a lot worse. Looking at some of the stats from the early going, NC Vinyl was 4 of 8 on passing attempts for 88 yards. Did have that pick. And with those 8 passes, that is more passes than he threw in the entirety of Game 1. Meanwhile, checking in on Violence, he is 4 for 9 with an interception. And he has thrown for 72 yards.
Come on, give me more of that funky horn. What's that?
And we have football going on now, but there will be RSHL hockey after this. I won't be commentating that because I might be playing in it. If someone else wants to commentate that, door's open. It looks like neither team is particularly keen on canceling the period break. Well, never mind. I see Violence calling for the period break to be canceled, but Do It Live has not indicated that they will cancel the break. We'll see if there are any ship re-registrations, although I don't anticipate that happening for either team. Sick Vicious has ducked out of the arena. That's probably a temporary thing. Hard to imagine that he won't be back for the second half. There he is. now Violence making up rules on the fly, declaring that the game is over whenever he has to leave. We'll see if that scenario actually plays out. And halftime is over. Master Andes will kick off to lead the second half. And we need to do a spec all and get everybody on the proper frequencies. There it goes. Rubber Glue lines up for a very long lead up to the kick. There's 30 seconds on the play clock. Do It Live is ready for the kickoff. Here comes Rubber Glue with a 20-yard run up to the ball. And he's going to kick it south. Goes just past the south hash. Revolution will take it at the 3. Going toward the middle of the field, looking for offensive line blocks, but got just a little too far out in front, and Bop takes him down at the 22-yard line. That thunder you heard was the echo of Bop's bone-crunching hit on Revolution. As the play clock winds down, under 10, here is a run north to Avolt. Avolt has some daylight. Makes a move toward the middle of the field, gets the first down before being tackled by Bop. A very nice first down run. Not sure what happened to the North linebacker on that play, but Avolt had a lot of room to run and not a lot of people who could take him down in one shot. Here's the snap. It's a run south to Avolt. Avolt gets a couple blocks and manages to pick up about 7 yards on first down. Do It Live trying to stay ahead of schedule on down and distance. So now the ball is set up on the south hash, 2nd and 13 at the 50. Play clock is under 7. Here is the snap. Final, dropping back to pass, looking north, and firing. I think that was intended for Avolt, but it went past everybody and it's incomplete. He had Avolt and a wide receiver about 5 or 6 yards deeper than him, running almost the same route. So the clock stops, 8:54 to play in the game. Do It Live trying to get on the board as they face 3rd and 13. Play clock is under 5. Snap is back. Vinyl looking over the middle. Now looking north. Fires and gets Avolt. Avolt taken down from behind by Violence, but that is a first down, and they are in goal-to-go situation. Ball is just inside the 19. Avolt running what looked like a pocket rockets route. Bit of a throwback on that one. And on first down, Londorf faking like he's going to motion to the middle, but plants himself south. Here is the snap. Vinyl looking north, and Rubber Glue sacks him again. I need to just make a recording of myself saying Rubber Glue with the sack and just add it to my soundboard. It's getting exhausting saying that over and over and over. So that is a loss of about 4, and that'll bring up 2nd and goal. Here's the snap. Vinyl looking over the middle, now looking north. Oh, he had Londorf. Oh, geez. The timing was off on the pass. Londorf tried to slow down and grab the pass, but it floated past him and it's incomplete. That would have been a huge gain. They would have been within the 5-yard line. But instead, they face 3rd and goal from about the 22.5-yard line. Play clock at 3. Here is the snap. Final looking north and sacked by Lucky Boy this time. He held onto the ball just a little too long, and it looked like all of the offensive linemen were so focused on rubber glue, and Lucky Boy just stood there and waited for Vinyl to step up in the pocket for the sack. It is 4th and goal from the 25, and Do It Live is going for it. Their goal-to-go offense for the past couple of games has been pretty bad. They desperately need a conversion as Vinyl drops back. Looking south, has Londorf. Londorf catches it! Touchdown! Nicely run route by Londorf on the out, and he scampers in just inside the south sideline. Oh, Do It Live badly needed that. Now we'll see if they can convert the all-important extra point. They haven't had a good time doing any field goal kicking today, but can they convert this? Here's the snap, hold is down, Vinyl's kick, right down the middle, it's good. We have a ball game, everybody. It is now 14-7 Master Andes with just under 7 minutes to play. So the onus now falls to Master Andes to try and respond. Abbolt with a kick, boots it just south of the south hash. Bop will take it at about the 6. Bop moving toward the middle of the field, now moving to the north side, has a bit of daylight, and getting some good shields from his teammates, finally tackled by Revolution, but he gets all the way out to the 46-yard line. Great return. We have a couple players calling for a tank and one player calling for an Artenac. And I don't think we're going to get either of those. First down, Violence drops back. Both at... Oh, damn. Sacked by Pooter. Do It Live sent both of their outside linebackers on a blitz. The offensive line picked that up, but that left just rubber glue trying to block 2 defensive linemen, and Pooter eventually got the sack. That is a loss of 4. Clock still running. Here's the snap for 2nd and 24. It's a delayed run north to Maka. Maka does get a few yards back. He gets about 5 yards before Big Eater steps up to make the tackle. But the clock continues running. We will be under 6 minutes to play by the time this ball is snapped. 3rd and 19 for Master Andes. Maka motions to the south tight end slot. Londorf shadowing that direction. Violence rolling north. Nice blocking. And oh no! Oh, it phased over Sick Vicious, incomplete. Sick Vicious had about 3 yards of separation on his DB. And the pass was on target, but it just phased a little too much. Oh, there have been a couple of throws like that in this game for both teams. So now Master Andes will be forced to punt. Clock stops with 5:47 to go. Ball is on the north hash. Violence lines up north, kicks it north. And will that land in bounds? Revolution has it in bounds. He picks it up at about the 8. Manages to get around a couple of would-be tacklers, but is taken down by an offensive lineman at about the 29. That's an underrated move right there. When it does land in bounds, it's important for your offensive linemen to spread out a bit and cover as much ground as they possibly can. So, good job, Rubber Glue and Company. As now Do It Live will take over with 5:36 to play at their own 29-yard line. Here is the snap. Lionel looking over the middle, now looking south, back over the middle, and throws a pick to Sick Vicious. I don't know who that was intended for. Londorf, I guess. but it looked like he threw it directly at Sick Vicious. Sick Vicious, fortunately, for Do It Live, gets tackled. Ball will be at the 42-yard line of Do It Live. So that means Master Andy's doesn't even have to move the ball that much, and they could still get, at minimum, a field goal try out of this. There's the snap. Fake will run north, run it south to Maka, and Zanaz, very patient at the outside spot, makes the tackle after a gain of 2. But more importantly, that clock continues to run. By the time the next play happens, we'll be under 5 minutes to play. 2nd down and 18 for Master Andy's. Here's the snap. They look south, run it north to Maka. Maka tackled again by Zanaz. Zanaz was at the south spot and went all the way around the linemen to tackle Maka on the north run. That is another gain of about 2. And that clock continues to tick down. We're under 4:40 left to play. Will Violence go to the air for this one? Will he keep it on the ground? There's the snap. They try to do a quick out north to Sick Vicious, and it is well away from him, incomplete. And they're going to punt. The ball is at the 39-yard line, technically makeable, but Violence is opting to try and pin Do It Live deep and make them try and go the length of the field. Violence lined up north at first, now fakes south, and there's an illegal motion penalty on Sick Vicious, so that backs them up to the 44-yard line. Both receivers, everyone is lined up north. Violence faked like he was going to go south and then kicked it north, and the ball goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Well, Do It Live, you have another chance to try and tie this game up. Sick Vicious and Bob both going for inside leverage. Sick Vicious has a lot of inside leverage on Revolution. Here is the snap. Final looking north, hits Revolution on the out, and did he get out of bounds? Yes, he got out of bounds before being tackled by Sick Vicious. So there are 4:20 Blazits left to play, and it is 2nd down and 4 for Do It Live. Londorf motions into the backfield, then goes back to the south receiver spot. And they're going to run it south to Avvolt. Avvolt tackled from behind by Gatto. And they get absolutely nothing on that play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4, as we are under 4 minutes left to play. There's the snap. Vinyl looking south, firing to Londorf, catches it, and is out of bounds. That looked for a moment like Bop was going to break it up, but his tackle just missed Londorf. He gets out of bounds and picks up the 1st down. Ball is still in Do It Live territory, but it's at the 47 with 3:49 left to go. They still have all 3 timeouts, so they still have most of the playbook open to them. There is the snap. They try to do a delayed run to Avvolt, but they didn't delay it enough, and he gets tackled in the backfield for a loss of 2. Avvolt looked like he was not expecting the handoff to be that quick. He was not moving forward at all. It took him a moment to get moving forward. Yeah, nothing went right for that. So now 2nd and 22. Bop with inside leverage. There's the snap. Vinyl looking over the middle. Now south, now north. Hits Londorf, who has the 1st down and can't get out of bounds. He's tackled by Sick Vicious at about the 28.5-yard line. Shades of the last game. They have a chance to tie the game. And time is running down in the 2nd half. Londorf fakes a sweep north. It's a handoff south to Avvolt. Avvolt picks up about 4 yards before he's tackled by Maka V. So that'll put the ball at the south hash. We are under 2:40 left to play. 2nd and 16 for Do It Live. Snap is back. Vinyl looking over the middle. Now going to north. Fires and it's caught! Caught by Avvolt in the back of the end zone for a touchdown! That pass threaded the needle between 2 linebackers and hit Avvolt right before he went out of bounds. And now the all-important extra point looms. They converted the last one. Can they get this one too? There's the snap. The kick is up, and Vinyl, practically perfect. It's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tied at 14 all. There is 2:21 left to play. Is it too late to push back the RSHL game? Because this might go into extra time. Avvolt attempting an onside kick. And Vega recovers it, but he touched it too early. Oh, no, you need to allow 15 yards for that. They thought it was only 10 yards. So now Master Andy's gets it at their own 45-yard line. A pretty short field for them. Oh, jeez. Fuck it, do it live. There's the snap. Violence looking north, now going south. Sacked by Pooter. Pooter was not fooled by the fake north and dragged down Violence as he was trying to roll south. And unless they do a quick play, that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. They do snap it before the 2-minute warning, trying to get Bop, and it phases over him. Not a phase as in too strong of a throw, a lag phase. Actually, I don't know how it phased like that, because on my screen, there was like 2 ship lengths between him and the ball, but whatever, it's incomplete. 2-minute warning in full effect. We are tied at 14 all. Master Andy's facing 3rd and 24 from their own 41-yard line. Londorf is the middle linebacker. He is playing rather deep. Maka lines up in the tight end spot north. Here is the snap. Violence with a straight drop looking south, and Bob catches it! He got the first down, and he is out of bounds at the 28-yard line. There was a corner and a linebacker there covering Bob, and it still phased over them and unfazed right on his ship. And now Master Andy's, they can take their sweet-ass time. They are in field goal range. Here is the snap. Violence looking north, now going south, trying to get it to Maka, but it is knocked down by Zanaz. So that'll bring up 2nd and 20. Oh, they snap it as Sig Vicious was motioning. That's an illegal motion penalty. It pushes them back to the 33-yard line. Even at this position, Violence, he's fairly confident in his kicking abilities. There is a counter run to the north. Maka cutting it back, looking for extra yards. He does pick up about 8 yards and gets to about the 25-26-yard line before being tackled by Revolution. And now Do It Live burns their first timeout. That'll stop the clock with 1:47 to go. 3rd and 17. Quick snap. Violence looking north for Sick Vicious. Oh, it's just out of his reach and incomplete. And the field goal unit comes out for Master Andy's. Ball is just north of center. So in theory, this will be a bit of an easier kick than if it was just down the middle. Maka will hold, Violence will kick. Here's the snap. Violence lines it up, fires, and it's no good! It's off the south post! Oh my god. I'm exhausted from this game and I have to fucking play after this? Do It Live takes over at their own 35.5 yard line. Lorndorf going well south, now motions north. And they acted like they were going to run to Abvolt, but he didn't hand it off. Rubber Glue looked like he jumped in front of the handoff lane. And now, Master Andy's is calling their timeouts. So that'll be 2nd and 22 for Do It Live. 1:30 left to play. Maka, the middle linebacker, is shading south toward Lawndorf for coverage. Final looking south, doesn't pull the trigger, gets sacked by Rubber Glue at the 19. That is another 4 yards they lose, and a timeout is called by Violence. Either they are going ultra conservative with this offense and trying to play for overtime, or these plays are just taking an incredibly long time to develop. So now it's 3rd and 26. Here's the snap. Vinyl with a straight drop. Throws it to Avolt, and oh, it phased over him. It was almost picked off by Bop, but it's incomplete. And so they have to punt it away. If that were a shorter phase, Avolt would have had it. But unfortunately, no. Ball is closer to the north hash. Vinyl lining up like he's kicking north, and he does kick it north. And the ball goes out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Master Andy's just has to go about 15 yards or so to get into field goal range. They still have one timeout, and they have 1:16 on the clock. Do It Live on defense. Revolution giving a big cushion to Sick Vicious. Lawndorf about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage at the middle linebacker spot. Violence looking south for Bob. Oh, it phases over him, incomplete. Big Eater on the coverage. That'll bring up 2nd and 22. 1:13 left to play. Violence dropping back, looking south. Now rolling south. Gives it short to Sick Vicious. Vicious cutting back to the middle of the field. And he's finally tackled at about the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 15 or 16 yards. And a timeout is called by NC Vinyl. Bob motions into the north spot. And he's roughly in the tight end position. Nope, he goes back south. Here is the snap. Violence dropping back, looking north, and Sick Vicious has it! He's past his defender, and he scores a touchdown! A Revolution, like, that's about as well as you can possibly play it as a defensive back. but it just unfazed right on Sick Vicious, and he ran into the end zone. Here's the extra point Violence. Tried and true on this one, it's good. So once again, it is a 7-point lead for Master Andy's. 57 seconds left to go. Do It Live only has one timeout. Rubber Glue with a 30-yard long run up to this kick. There is the ready signal. Rubber Glue will kick it to the north. Goes along the north hash. Revolution has it at about the 6. Looking for blocks. Oh, he's taken down from behind early by Maka. He only got to about the 16-yard line. Do It Live had 2 javelins in to try and help block, but it didn't help them at all. Londorf is out of the game. Big Eater is into the game for Do It Live in a javelin. Wait, Londorf just re-entered the arena, but the play clock's so low, they're going to have to run it with this current personnel spot. They throw it for Avolt, and Big Eater catches it! It unfazed right on him. It's a first down at the 41-yard line. Clock is running. 44 seconds left to play. Vinyl furiously trying to call a play instead of throwing the ball out of bounds or something. There's the snap. Vinyl looking over the middle. Fires it, and oh, that was almost picked off by Sick Vicious. Well, that took about 20 seconds off the clock. Clock stops with 26 seconds left to go. Londorf is back in the game. And Abvolt still in, going to line up as a tight end to the north. Zabe has entered the game as an extra defensive back for Master Andy's, playing the middle spot. Vinyl rolling north, and Rubber Glue sacks him. How many sacks does Rubber Glue have in this game alone? All right, well, time in is called. It is 3rd and 26 for Do It Live. Avolt at the tight end spot south. Londorf out wider than usual, out past the south hash. Here is the snap. Vinyl looking south. Sacked by Violence on a delayed rush. And that should do it. The clock is running 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They might have time for one more play. And Bop calls timeout with 2 seconds left. And this game is running up against an RSHL game, so some people are trying to get the hell out. But there will be replays after this. So what does Do It Live have in their playbook that can get them 70 yards? Let's find out. All the defensive backs, except Sick Vicious and Bop, really, playing a fair cushion on the wide receivers. And the game ends with Lucky Boy getting a sack. So your final score, Master Andy's 21, Do It Live 14. That gives Master Andy's a 2-1 series lead. Next game will happen next week, and if Master Andy's wins that, they win the Godzilla Bowl. I'm going to get out of here, though, before my team starts yelling at me for not getting off commentary. So, take care.
Dip trip, lip fantasia. What's that? Yeah. Funky, funky. What's that? Yeah. Jump to the jam, boogie with the slam. Bust the dialect, I'm the man in command. Come flow with the sounds of the mighty mic master. Rhyming on the mic, I'm bringing suckers to disaster. Buku ducks, but I still rock Nike with the razzle dazzle. Star, I might be. Scribble, jabble, scrabble on the microphone, I babble as I put the words into a puzzle. Yes, 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 on and on as I flex. Get with the flow, birds manifest. Feel the vibe from here to Asia. Dip trip, flip fantasia. Ow, you don't stop. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me more of that funky horn. What's that? Yeah. Funky, funky. Bitty bitty bop. Bitty bitty bop. Funky, funky. What's that? Bitty bitty bop. Yeah. Bitty bitty bop. Funky, funky. What's that? Yeah. 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 Funky, funky.
Cincinnati's back in the orange and black. See the natty on the map, baby, tell me where you at. In the jungle, they bringing it back to the jungle. Every game day, yeah, the jungle's back. Got the natty pack in the orange and black. We're stacked to the track, so I'm back behind long work, chugging down cases. In the Cameroon 88, who they? Super Bowl, spirit of the icky shuffle. Feel it rumble through the king of the jungle. Thunderous roar, he was soar across the river to the Newport shore. The Fountain Square, the great American ballpark. Down at the banks above the riverfront graveyard. The Paul Brown Stadium, the Nat is awakening. We're making a statement to the rest of the nation. Cincinnati's back in the orange and black. See the natty on the map, baby, tell me where you at. In the jungle, who's they?